It has been about 6 months since I posted this video. And the whole point of that video was to go through kind of where I've been, what's been going on, why I haven't came back yet, you know, from all the injuries, why I'm not flipping like crazy like I want to be. And one of the major things was to get my labs done, get my blood tested, and see if I can find anything that would shed some light on why these injuries keep happening. And honestly, in the last 6 months, a lot has happened and a lot has developed within that area of my life. So let's get into it. Let me pull up these second lab results just to make sure I get all the numbers right. I gotta wait for Google to load. There we go. Nope, I didn't want Bing. Goodness gracious, what the hell is going on here? Okay. To start off, as of late, there's been a lot more developments. I've kind of developed even more injuries within the last 6 months that have just bothered me even more. Like, one of the things that really has been bothering me is my feet, which for the longest time I thought was like a plantar fasciitis deal, but it turns out it's probably more of the flexor longus hallucis problem. And just figuring that out has been it's just frustrating, because it's like anything you do, you know, can bother that. So doing a lot of balance exercises, doing a lot of, you know, big toe stretching and just manual therapy, like it's just a pain in the butt, and it's just stupid pain, just very frustrating pain. So I've been dealing with that, and that's flared up a lot since the last time I talked about kind of what was going on, as well as I've been getting some deep hamstring pain. I think it started sometime in November. I thought it was like a torn hamstring, but the hamstring, I'm still able to use it. It's kind of numb, kind of turned off. Not numb, but, you know, deactivated. With all the rehab of trying to like build up a torn hamstring, nothing was working. And with, you know, a few different opinions, it turns out that I probably most likely have a couple herniated discs in my lower back that's pressing on my sciatic nerve, and that's causing all that hamstring pain. Because within that time as well, I just continually throw out my back. Like, my lower back just hurts after a certain lift day. Even if the lift day was fantastic, the next day my lower back is killing me. You know, what I thought was a hamstring tear actually more likely is some herniated discs in my lower back. Super fun stuff there. I also got an MRI on my right shoulder after an accident at work, and I have a torn labrum, a superior tear in my right labrum. Thank goodness, as of right now, it does not require surgery, just some physical therapy. Been going to physical therapy lately, and hopefully, you know, it's pretty early, but hopefully we'll be able to tell a difference by the time the summer hits. I'm still able to do most things on the shoulder, but obviously not everything. I want to be able to do, you know, vaults and a lot of tricking moves, but throwing my shoulder around like that, pressing my shoulder down, putting that much weight on it bothers it. So we're having to stay away from stuff like that. I will say that the knees have been getting better, and I have been messing around here and there with some trampoline stuff and even some ground flips. But because of the lower back, I'm having to, you know, still take it easy on everything that I want to do because of the lower back and everything. Those are the developments since the last time I made a video, keeping you guys updated on what the heck's been going on. First and foremost, honestly, I believe I might have an autoimmune disorder, but not really in the cards to test for that right now. So this is what we got. My quality of blood cells, good. My vitamin B was low last time, but it's looking good now. And I've been taking vitamin B daily, religiously. Oh, I took notes on this list of names that I might want to change my Xbox gamer tag to. Nope, not that one, not that one. Testosterone. Testosterone was the problem last time, 6 months ago. My testosterone was at 506. Now, good news is my testosterone now is 779. Fantastic. Not so much. Last time my free testosterone was a little over 10. Now it's below, like slightly below 10. So free testosterone went down. Don't really understand how the testosterone went up, but the free testosterone went down. From my understanding, a lot of that testosterone is getting aromatase into extra estrogen, which is a problem. That can be caused by stress, caffeine, alcohol, and lack of sleep. Now here's the deal. I don't drink alcohol. I've never been drunk, okay? Caffeine, I do like my caffeine, but I don't drink that much caffeine. It's within 200 milligrams a day, and that's early in the day. I cut it off 10 hours before I go to sleep. I'm stressed, but who the f isn't? In my sleep, I've been tracking lately, and I just can't get enough deep sleep. No matter what I do throughout the day, I cannot get enough deep sleep. The hydrotestosterone is looking good. It's a little on the low side, but not bad. Cortisol is a little low. My cortisol peak is just kind of uncontrolled. It's just not working. Every day your cortisol peaks, and mine is peaking very low, which is another kind of sign that my sleep is bad, which after tracking my sleep, no matter how many hours I get, I cannot get enough deep sleep. I just cannot. Now, granted, those trackers are not completely accurate, but I mean, you got to work with what you got, and I cannot get enough deep sleep. Now, here's the kicker. Here's the problem that we have had since 6 months ago. So estrone is high. It just went up, which is not a good change. Not a good change at all. We're going to end off with uric acid. So last time uric acid was at 6. Right now, uric acid is at 6.5. The way that they put it for me was this. Parker, if this was your uric acid and you were 80 years old and had a history of smoking and a history of alcohol use and abuse, I could see your uric acid being this high. But you're 23 and you don't smoke and you don't drink, so why is it this high? And I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea. 6 is about the level where, you know, it correlates to gout, and it also correlates to inflammation. So I can definitely see that being a problem. I have chronic inflammation. I think I have gout, but maybe all the pain is a little bit of gout in the knees and stuff like that. Lowering the uric acid is going to take things like nitric oxide, which I've never taken before, but nitric oxide is now going to be something that I throw on to the docket of supplements of 120 supplements that I take, as well as fixing the sleep to stabilize cortisol, which can work in with uric acid. And I mean, deep sleep is when your body, you know, goes through the healing processes. So if my body's just not healing while I sleep, then we need to fix the sleep. In conclusion, testosterone went up, free testosterone went down, cortisol unstable, estrone gone up, the uric acid gone up. A lot of things that we're focused on from last time to now are either not moving as fast as we want them to or moving in the wrong direction. But that's why we do this kind of stuff, is to reevaluate where we're at, fix it around. My daily routine is getting stacked. Now I will say this, as frustrating as this can be, as long lasting and as, you know, ongoing as all this crap is, that there is something to be said about the way you look at things, about your mentality, about your mental health. Body still hurts. I'm still having all these injuries. However, one of the things that I have taken a lot of charge over is how happy I am through the day and things that I can do to stay happy throughout the day. I mean, just simple things, like easier said than done. Really trying to live in the moment, really trying not to be stressed about the future, and really trying not to be looking at the past, you know, and blaming it for all the problems, but really just enjoying every little thing that happens and treating this situation like a side quest in a game, you know. Just, this has been something that I've been dealing with for so long that at this point it's just like one of those final bosses in a video game that you just can't beat. You go in and you die and you die and you die and you die, but eventually you beat the boss. You know, you figure out and you're like so relieved. In the video game, although frustrating while you couldn't beat that final boss, you're still having fun playing the video game. So that's how I'm thinking about this. This is just a final boss that I just have not quite gathered enough experience. Over the last little bit, it's become more fun to deal with. It's just become enjoyable to be like, yeah, I've got all these issues that I'm trying to deal with. Looking at where I was at 2 years ago, 3 years ago, compared to now, my knowledge is out the roof. It's nowhere near where I want it to be, but my knowledge is out the roof. My mental health is way better than it was. I'm happy to be here, being outside, reading more. All I'm trying to say is, yes, physically we're still limited. However, we have been exploring, we have been, you know, getting a little more brave with this thing and that. And it's been nice. It's been nice to flip around a little bit, you know, kind of explore what my body can do, although it's still pretty painful, you know, from day to day, pretty achy from day to day. We've been a lot happier, and that has helped with the recovery. It's helped with how I view the recovery. It's helped with the recovery's progression. I definitely know that with what I'm doing, it's helping my body physically, which is fantastic. We just have to, you know, clean up a little of the inside. That's it. That's it. Just clean up a little of the inside. And it's going to be a long process. I learned so much about the knees in the last 4 years. Now I get to learn a little bit more on the lower back. I've learned so much on the knees, and the knees are honestly one of the better parts of my body now. Okay, well, let's learn about the shoulder more. Let's learn about the feet more. Let's learn about the ankles more. I can't for the life of me stop spraining my right ankle. All it is just more knowledge coming in. That's all it is. Just more knowledge, more XP. That's the 6 months check-in. I've definitely enjoyed making content. I've been way better at it than I've ever been at it in the past. I know that it's still such a beginning tread, but I'm gonna be posting a lot more on Instagram, a lot more on YouTube, and all the other ones, even though I don't really care for them. This is the bulletproof journey. Couldn't choose any other journey that I'd rather be on. This is the motherfucking come up.
Oh, that's real good.